What's good? What's good? What's good, fans? Thank you guys for tuning in to Voice of the Fans podcast. We're a little off pace this week. Obviously, it's a Monday and not Wednesday, but that's because we're here. As you see in the background, we're here in the Las Vegas Summer League, and we're going to talk about all things NBA, all things Summer League right now. Cleveland, what's been your initial takeaway from Summer League?
Cam, just how much it's grown over the last, I would say, even 2 years, become like a lot more of a phenomenon, a lot more of a thing. Before, I kind of look at Summer League as kind of like a glorified practice, but it's become like a full featured event, and a lot of top talent plays in it. And even though it's just practice, a lot of what they potentially feel about a player is kind of evaluated at this level. So that's been my biggest takeaway so far. As far as talent-wise, been impressed with Paulo Banchero being able to continue to be the player in the draft type status, type ability. And I've been impressed with Keegan Murray and his ability to be better than I thought he was. I mean, I certainly expect something from him, but he's gone above and beyond my expectation at this point. Although it is practice.
It is some practice. It's glorified practice. Now you're still in one breath you're praising the guys, and in another breath you're discrediting Summer League. Which one is it, Cleveland? You're gonna have to pick a side there, fella.
One more time. If it's what now?
I said you're gonna have to pick a side, fella. On one way you're praising the guys for their development, and another way you're criticizing them because it is a glorified practice. You're gonna have to pick a side.
Okay, if I'm picking a side, they had glorified practices, so so far so good.
Okay, well, with that being said, Mr. Scrooge, what are you able to pull anything away from these quote unquote glorified practices? That we'll let all these players know too that you're discounting what they're doing here in Summer League. We'll let them know how you're discounting what they're doing. But are you able to pull anything away from these guys?
I am. I'm able to pull away that it is a good opportunity for players that don't get a lot of playing time during the season, and it's good for players that are coming back from injury to kind of show that they're no worse for wear than when they left off.
So nothing along the skill set. You can't learn anything with the skill set. Is that what you're telling me?
So I'm saying for like a player like a Jonathan Wiseman that's kind of coming back from an injury, it's a good environment and opportunity for him to show that he's 100% back and ready to make a contribution once training camp starts.
Okay, and your player like Cade Cunningham, although he's not here this week, you don't think he needs a few more reps could help his career?
No, Cam, I think that there's a certain amount that you can prove during your time in the in your first season that probably you don't really need to come here. I talked about Jonathan Kuminga coming here and kind of tearing it up. It's like, well, you would kind of expect that from somebody like Jonathan Kuminga. I think he showed enough last year to kind of graduated from that, but it's not for me to say.
But no, you can't discount the reps that you can get by coming here, and then a chance to hone in your skills. So you just can't discount that. So I think there's value in coming here to the Summer League for that reason as well, or for that reason alone. Some of the things that you mentioned already, that you got to see Paulo get down, you got to see Chet get down. Now, are you any more of a believer in Chet now that you've seen what he's been able to do in his first couple games in the Summer League?
No, I've been impressed with both of their play. No, Chet's the real deal. I mean, certainly is a presence in low as far as shot blocking, and he's proven he's got the range in the pros. So just more development.
So no more impressed than you were already? Know what you're saying?
I don't think I was more impressed with Chet. I thought that he was going going to go where he went in the draft. I've probably been more impressed with Paulo just being able to show his all-around game and it translating to at least the next level in the summer league.
You mentioned Keegan Murray. Yesterday, got a chance to see Keegan Murray play. He was a lot. He was a lot tougher than I gave him credit for initially. He coming out of the draft. I mean, we see him as 3-and-D guy, able to step out there and hit that three, which he's hit a few of those already. But he was able to mix it up down low, actually fight for some rebounds and play some good defense as well. What have you seen out of Keegan Murray?
He's a lot smoother and more fluid than I was anticipating. I didn't see that much of his game at Iowa. So, and I certainly the clips that I saw in the games that I watched, in the tournament and all, didn't translate like this. I certainly like his mid-range game. I like his demeanor. I like his patience. The force and everything. He will be a lot more of a scoring factor than I thought he would be.
No.
If Summer League is any indication of that.
Here you go, discounting what the Summer League is able to do for you guys, man. I mean, Cleveland, they're going to run you out of the building here pretty soon if they keep hearing you talk, man.
You want me to say based upon these two games that he's going to be an all-star? And I mean,
no. I asked you what you've seen, but you're like based on these organized practices.
Based upon what we've seen so far. Based upon what we've seen so far, his game looks very polished, and he's got attributes that I didn't know he had, such as a very consistent, fluid mid-range game, which I think will serve him well.
I mean, Adam Silver is going to come looking for you, disparaging their training camp sorts.
I'll be all
right. So tell me what do you think about the combination now of Suggs and Ben Carroll? What do you think of that combination, man? How do you envision this playing out?
I think they're going to be very long on the wings. I think they're going to play tremendous defense. If they get Bamba back healthy, they get Isaac back healthy. In addition, we don't know what Markelle Fultz has in the tank. So, they have the nucleus of a good young team. And, again, it's too bad that Jalen Suggs couldn't be here because he's rehabbing from injury. Like I said, that's probably one of the most beneficial things about Summer League is that those coming back from injury can showcase that you're ready to go. So,
all right. So, I mean, do they have? Are they playoff action? Are they playoff?
Sorry, one more time, Ken.
I say, are they playoff bound?
In the Eastern Conference, they certainly are. They're playoff bound.
Okay. They'll make the playoffs win this season.
Yes, this season. From what I can see so far, I think they're a playoff team.
I mean, it is July. So
it is July. You know how I feel about pre-training camp, making prognostications, and we also haven't seen the end of the trades and free agencies and whatnot. So yeah, but from what I can see, I like it. I would say playoff team.
You're not too confident. You're not very confident when you say that, because I can tell you're not confident because you try to give me some clarifying.
I gave you a scenario where the Orlando Magic can make the playoffs, right?
You want to put anything on it on the Orlando Magic?
No, we're not ready to wager. We're not that. We haven't gotten to that stage of it yet. We're just in our fourth Summer League game, Cam. Let's pump the brakes a tad bit on it.
I mean, you said playoffs. I was just kind of supporting
I said from what I can see, this could potentially be a playoff team if everyone's healthy and buys into the coaching philosophy and Paulo continues to make strides.
Okay. What about tell me what you think about the news we got today that your guy Richard Jefferson, former NBA champion, 17-year vet, is going to be do some officiating tonight in the summer. What's your thoughts on that?
I had no thoughts on that. It's just an opportunity for RJ to get more publicity and kind of show that he's the master of the game, which I'm more than okay with.
You think he needs more publicity?
Oh, you can never have enough publicity or exposure, as Terrell Owens once told us, man. You can never have enough of that. So, yeah, I have no problem with doing kudos to him for, if he really can do it effectively, I would be quite surprised. But, we'll see. This is a real thing that's going on here, so this isn't like a, exhibition per se. They're actually doing this. So.
Right. But according to you, this is an organized practice, so this would be a great time for him to get this kind of work in.
It is, but that's different than exhibition. You know what I'm saying? You do have to actually know all the rules and be following it closely enough to call fouls correctly and that kind of thing.
So it does sound like you're looking for a glowing debut from Mr. Richardson.
I'm just saying good luck. You got to step in and just be a referee. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a pretty fast-paced game. So.
Okay. All right. Well, this afternoon, first game we have coming up this afternoon is going to be the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Houston Rockets. Anybody from the San Antonio Spurs you're interested in seeing play? Sasha Stefanovic, does he intrigue you at all?
Honestly, I looked through the San Antonio Spurs Summer League roster and nobody really intrigued me now.
Darius Days doesn't do anything for you. Kai Bowman. Nothing.
Not now.
Well, they're playing the Houston Rockets, as I mentioned, and anybody you're in this glorified practice tonight, like on the Houston Rockets team?
I do want to see 206 native Marjon Beauchamp, and I do also want to see Jabari Smith, see if he can get up.
Is Beauchamp 206 or 509?
Oh, he's a 206er, my dude.
Yeah. Okay, how is that mix? They actually have Ty Washington. They have Ty Washington. Are they going to be able to do something? The Rockets they have on their rookie team today. They have Ty Washington, Jabari Smith. Are they going to be able to do anything?
You mean playoff wise?
No, I think that's a stretch. I mean, are they going to have a productive season? I think that's a stretch. What's that?
One more time, my dude.
I said the Ty Washington, Jabari Smith, are they going to be able to make some noise in the West? Are they going to be come together like an actual team versus what we've seen out of them?
No, I think they have a little bit of work to do. I think they're a little young. I think they're at least 2 years away from really kind of bringing it all together. I know that Green had a good year last year in Porter Jr., and hopefully they can continue to build on that. But, no, they're not ready to make any noise this year.
So we also have today at 5 o'clock. We do have Marjon. The Bucks play the Celtics. Outside of Marjon on the Bucks, who you want to see get down?
I can't think of anyone else I would want to see in that game, Cam.
They have the guy from France.
No.
They have Iverson Molinar.
Fred not now.
And they have Sandro Kulishvili. Maybe him. Maybe he can make a difference. I mean, they got some syllables, and they're the all syllable team. The Milwaukee Bucks is the all syllable team. But Bojan, what do you think he's going to be at 6'7", 175? He's kind of thin. What kind of game is he going to bring to the Milwaukee Bucks playing behind Giannis?
He's just going to bring toughness. I mean, 206. Represent. You'll get to see more of his game kind of unfold in a repertoire of his game when we watch tomorrow. But it's not a situation where he's coming into something where he has to fix everything, right? I mean, it's the team that was, had championship aspirations before Middleton got hurt. So I think that all he wants to do is kind of contribute and, bring effort to the
Okay. Is he can he step out and shoot the three, or is he more of a low post guy, bar champ?
He's kind of got an all-around game. I would say probably his strength is going to be in the post, though.
He's going to be what?
I said his strength is going to be driving from the post.
Oh, driving from the post, working from the post.
Right.
Okay, so that means he can't play with Giannis. So
we'll see what they have planned for him. I'm not Coach Bud right now. That's what the summer league is for, is to kind of find out where his position is going to be once the season kind of starts.
Oh, there is a benefit to summer league. It's not just glorified practice.
Well, no, that's a glorified practice. Yeah, so you'll be able to see what they can actually do. Yeah.
When I catch him, boy, he gets so frustrated. He gets so frustrated when I catch him. He gets so frustrated when I catch him. So, Boston Celtics. Anybody on the Celtics you're interested in seeing?
Sorry, one more time, I do. What you say?
Anybody interested on the Celtics you're interested in seeing?
Nobody on the Celtics particularly that I am interested in seeing now.
They do have Fee, the former Clipper. Jordan Bone out of Tennessee. Yeah. All right. So that's a questionable game there that starts at 5 o'clock tonight. Here, that's going to be over there in the Cox. I missed it. What they cheering about?
Yeah.
So in this game tonight that comes on against Orlando and Oklahoma City, what are you looking to see from either guy? Are you looking to see can Chet possibly potentially guard Van Kemp, or are you looking to see offense? What do you looking to see from this game?
Probably looking to see a little bit more from Chet, seeing if he can still continue to shoot consistently from three like he has been to kind of start things out, and see if he can continue to be the defensive presence that he's been. I don't really expect him to try and guard Paulo.
Well, who would you guard in that situation? Paulo's playing the 4, isn't he?
We'll see if Chet's playing the 4 or the 5. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of instances where they're going to be guarding one another, but we'll just have to wait and see.
You think in this season Chet has more of an opportunity? Do you think Chet will be guarding the 4s or the 5 most often?
One more time, my friend.
Do you think Chet will be guarding the 4 or the 5 most often?
I think he'll be guarding the 5 most often.
Agreed. No. I disagree. I take that back. Why do you think that? Why do you think he's going to be guarding the 5 most often?
Because I think
he can't bang with the 5. You know that. Come on.
Okay, but the 5 is still a position that's trying to stretch, right? And so 4s are already in the paint. So it's going to be the 5s that he's going to have to have his chances with.
But he's not going to be able to guard anybody, is what I'm telling you. In the 5 spot, who's going to be able to guard in the 5 spot?
Well, I guess that's what the summer league is for, to see if he's able to do that. I think that primarily right now that might be a bit of a challenge for him, but we shall see.
So another reason that there's a benefit to organized practices, huh?
Yes, another benefit of the glorified practice.
Wow. Okay. That's cool. So we have. What is the ceiling for OKC? We know they're in a tough Western Conference. We know they're not making the playoffs. Then are they playing for another draft pick? I mean, they got so many draft picks. Do they need another? What is the ceiling for OKC, and what do you think the direction that they're actually trying to go?
The direction is they're rebuilding for the future by stockpiling picks. Will they have the opportunity to be bad enough to get another number 2 pick? That's hard to say. I think that their ceiling for this season is somewhere between 30 and 38 games.
30 and 38 games?
Yeah.
I
don't think they'll be 500.
That's awful specific.
It's specific to the point that I think they'll be less than 500, but I don't think they'll be terrible.
I mean, so do you see them making the moves in? Because then now that puts them in the middle of the draft. You know, that sets them back and puts them back in the middle of the draft, right?
I'm sorry, one more time.
So that puts them in the middle of the draft. If that's the case, they're not going to be terrible. They won't make the playoffs. So do you have them between 10 and 17 in the draft?
Probably somewhere in there. Yeah, I mean, they may fluke around and get another lottery pick, but I think that's where you can kind of pigeonhole them right now.
So how do they get off of this treadmill? What do they do to get off this treadmill?
They have to get more talent, and the talent that they have has to prove to be a lot better than it currently looks. I mean, say Alexander is only going to get you so far. Shea and Ted are only going to get you so far. It's going to have to be another piece.
They just paid Shea a bunch of money. Do they keep Shea? They just paid Shea a bunch of money. Do they keep Shea? Or do you see them keeping Shea long term?
I think they would like to. I think they would like to develop into a player that. Let me take that back. I think that he's going to develop into a player that is going to be so valuable for someone else that they're going to get a lot in return for him, and that eventually he's going to get traded to. I mean, to be honest with you, I just don't think that Shea and Chet can do it quickly.
You have him going where now?
I didn't say a specific destination. I just think that he will become too valuable of a piece to continue to just play in Oklahoma City. Someone else will need him enough to give him enough to make that trade happen.
I mean, that's going to be something like what Brooklyn's asking for Durant, isn't it?
No, it'll be nothing like that.
Okay, so what gets them? What would get that draft done? If it's a team that already has that's already have draft picks, they already have a lot of young players. What gets that done?
It's hard to say. He was playing at close to an all-star level last year, so it would have to be something comparable to that. And it depends on how desperate the team is that needs him at that time. So it's kind of hard to determine at this point.
Wow. So what do you think? We're watching the HBCU guys. Are the HBCU guys catching your eye? Anybody out here catching your eye from them?
I don't know them by name, but they certainly are a few players that have more athleticism than I was anticipating. A little bit lacking in the perimeter shooting aspect, but as far as interior players, I've been impressed with kind of their length and their ability to rebound, to be perfectly honest.
Okay. Man, what else do you want to cover, man? We talked about the games that's coming up. Did you get a chance to see your guy, Sharif O'Neal, the heir to one of the greatest centers to ever play the game? Did you ever get a chance to see him play last night?
I got a chance to see Sharif and Scott Pippen Jr. play. Hopefully, we can see a little bit more improvement from them in this glorified practices.
Oh, here we go.
I was not necessarily convinced that either one of them should be on the team. I was hoping that they wouldn't be, actually, given what I had seen. But there's still time to improve. That's what this is for, right?
So with these quote unquote glorified practices, I mean, what are they doing this for? Why didn't they just stay in their hometowns? Why don't they just stay in their home cities and open the gyms
This is
up?
better competition than that, Cameron. And like I said, it's become a thing. It's become like a phenomenon. It's become a thing where everybody kind of, the place to be to come and hang out with the who's who in the NBA, and let's hear the latest rumblings about this. I mean, it's kind of like the equivalent of if the NFL owners meeting had like a tournament in the middle of it. And that's basically what it's kind of become.
If they had a tournament in the middle, that was just
It's always the same venue, and oh, by the way, it's always Las Vegas in the summer. How ironic! It's not like in Boulder, Colorado, or anything. It's in Las Vegas.
so you're leaning. This is more an executive meeting.
It's an executive meeting / exhibition / glorified practice. Yes, that's what it is.
Oh my goodness, Adam Silver. Adam Silver is not going to make. Is not.
No, he loves it. He loves the fact that we're actually down here doing this. At 2:40 in the afternoon, watching HBCU players commentating on their ability to go pro, right? He loves it. We're debating back and forth about what Chet Holmgren should be doing, playing the 4 or the 5 in July the 11th. He loves this.
You got a point there, and he'll have a packed house tonight with more people that love to have that conversation as well.
Yeah, most definitely. And then go socialize amongst yourselves and just keep the ball rolling. Yeah, he loves this.
Wow, you make it seem so worthless. Why for being here?
No, I said it. You keep twisting my words, my dude. I said you can't make too much of it because it's just a glorified exhibition practice. I didn't say you don't get anything out of it. I said you just don't get very much out of it.
Oh, okay.
You get a glimpse of what they can do, for like 20 minutes in a very controlled environment. I mean, great.
That's wild. That's wild. Wow. We see a lot of guys hit the ground, man. When these guys hit the ground, at this level, it's not a warming sound. Let me say that. I'll say that.
No.
These guys hit the ground pretty hard. Man, so I don't know if you guys heard okay, we got something new. I'm gonna do something. See if I can get this done. Got some nothing. Bear with us, fan. So summer league, we get a chance. What do you call it, Cleveland? What's your word for it?
Glorified practice exhibition.
All right. So we're gonna take this glorified practice exhibition. We're gonna use this moment to kind of do something here, fans. So fans, please bear with me. The first time is doing this live, but please bear with me. I'm trying to share my screen with you guys, or share some slides with you guys. There we go. And this is not gonna make somebody happy, but here we go. So somebody didn't like the ticker that I had to scroll on the bottom of the screen. They needed something else. They needed they needed something where you can kind of see it and check it off here. So let's just go through these real quickly, Cleveland. Less than 50 catches, for Sammy to do. We took care of that one. We can pull that one off.
Fans, we can do this, but fans also know that he only has the ones that he wants to have on here, and that there are several wages that are missing from this list. So just know that as we go through the list. But go right ahead, Ken.
What do you mean? Go. Hold on. I'm gonna get you a list that's accurate. I'm gonna get you the list that you want to see.
Sure.
Because I don't want any more whining and crying about what's on his list. Okay. Again, fans, bear with me. This is something new I'm trying, so not a. We still have to vet this process out. All right. So let me make some changes, Cleveland. Let the people know about this HBCU game that you're seeing while I make these quick changes.
I'm sorry. One more time, Ken.
I said, talk to the people about the HBCU game that you're seeing, and while I make these changes to our document here.
Oh, the HBCU game that I'm watching, there's a lot of length, a lot of. They really let these players play, to be perfectly honest. There's a lot of contact around the rim, but I prefer it that way. Again, like I was saying before, not a whole lot of. I don't want to say quality perimeter shooting, but that's not the strength of any of these players that I see so far. Handles are okay, but again, I think you see a lot of players that are kind of in that 6'6" to 6'9" range that we'll see if they can find a place for
them. So you thought that put it mildly. You're not seeing a lot of jumpers out here.
not seeing a lot of red jumpers.
That's not the strength of these guys. Not seeing a lot of 3-pointers go down.
I'm trying to be, trying to be cordial to my HBCU brothers. No disrespect at all.
But not seeing a lot of 3-pointers hit the ground, huh?
Not so much.
All right, Cleveland, go ahead. Tell the people where this is from, man. I know you want to talk about it.
Oh, this is taking to Daniels, I believe.
This is evidence. This is evidence that I do pay off my bets. So this is a bet that Cleveland won, fans. DK Metcalf came in, and I didn't expect DK Metcalf to have a sizzling, if you will, rookie season, and he ended up catching more than 40 passes.
Yes, certainly did.
And he caught 8 more than I predicted. For those 8 passes cost me about $160 there at Daniels. For what did you have? Cleveland got the most expensive meal on the menu. What did you get?
I most certainly did not, Cam. I actually pulled back and just got the Alaskan king crab legs with the steak, as opposed to the lobster that we had previously talked about. I did kind of peruse the menu and kind of, kind of my conscience kind of got the best of me. I didn't want to just completely rake you over. So.
Anyway, so let's take a second look at some of these bets here. We have everything from Tebow. Will Tebow make the Jags all? Will he be with the Jags all season? I think Cleveland said yes. And will he have 23 catches? I think that was a slam dunk for you. But what do we remember Tebow doing?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. That's certainly one that's on your ledger. Full throttle.
I said the Clippers are going to be in the West. I even said Brooklyn's going to sweep through the playoffs after seeing what they're going to do. And we all know Brooklyn is in the process of being disbanded as we know them. So they didn't win a game in the playoffs, let alone sweep through the playoffs. So I was entirely wrong in that category. Kyle Pitts make the playoffs? Did Kyle Pitts make the NFL Pro Bowl, NFC Pro Bowl team?
Oh my God! Yeah, I forgot there was no tight ends whatsoever that played the NFC that last year. So yes, he did make it.
I mean, did Chris Carson run for 850 yards?
He certainly did not. Yeah, fortunately, he thought the better of his health and decided that it wasn't worth the career ending to try and get that record. So
he thought the better of his health. I don't know if he had. Did he have the decision? Was that his decision to make, or did somebody help him with that decision?
Well, it was a neck issue, so that's an easy decision to make.
Okay. Who won the MVP this last season?
I believe it was the Joker.
The NBA.
The Joker.
Okay,
I believe
twice in a row, right?
I believe he's put in for his citizenship. So I think that technically, if he gets his citizenship, he would be U.S. born. A U.S.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? What?
If he gets his citizenship, doesn't that change?
I don't think he got a citizenship. No, I think it was a foreign-born player. It says
foreign. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant citizenship. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe I got that wrong.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine.
The Lakers will not win 2002 NBA Finals.
A lot of injury, a lot of turmoil. As you can see, it's carried into the summer league. In the top of the conversation. So yeah, can't predict them all. Cam. I was a little off on that one.
You was a little off. I think you've been a little off on most of them. But let's see. Let's continue. Mac Jones leads the Patriots to 8 wins. Did they win 8 games? Did the Patriots win 8 games this year?
Thank you, sir. I believe they did.
We have Brooklyn Nets will win the NBA Finals. No, we got to go to Ivers. Cardinals will finish last place in the NFC West. Oof. That's a Brazilian dinner. Some of the prop bets, some of the things that Cleveland's already. He talked about how he doesn't like to. He mentioned earlier how he doesn't like to make bets. They're so early in the game. But he said the Dolphins will go 5 for 11-6 in 2022. That's what Cleveland says.
That's very tentative. And again, fans, as you well know, I don't make full-fledged commitments before training camp is at least 3/4 of the way through. So it is just kind of a tentative thing that I'm thinking about.
Okay, and then I say Teddy Bridgewater is going to be starting by week 6. We'll see how that plays out. Dolphins will win over 7 games. So Cleveland says over 77 games, but then they can go 12. They can go 11 and 12 and 5. So you got them winning anywhere from 7 to 12 games.
No, remember that was you that said that they wouldn't win more than 7 games, Cam. It wasn't me. I said they might win 11, 12 games, but then you changed it after that. After they some of their acquisitions after you were running your mouth. See what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to wait and be patient to kind of see what happens. It kind of changes the trajectory of your wager. You see where I'm going with this? That's kind of why I like to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, I still haven't won 7 games.
It's just smart business sense.
Okay. We're waiting like the Seahawks waiting for Baker Mayfield.
Okay, that's none of your business. That's something totally different.
Oh, that's different, huh? Okay. And we haven't even gotten the training camp, and you already admit that the Chargers won't make the playoffs.
I don't think the Chargers will make the playoffs this year. No.
Again, we're not even got in training camp, and so in contradictory to your statement that you don't like to make predictions.
Right. So if they're 100% healthy, I don't think they'll make the playoffs. If they become less healthy, I mean, it may change the way I feel about it. But other teams are in that same situation. So if Russell Wilson breaks his arm, Patrick Mahomes gets in a motorcycle crash, it's a different thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, obviously, if those things were to happen, they would change.
Then why would I say something like that until we're actually a little bit through training camp? Right now, that's the way I feel about it, though. Given if everyone else is healthy, I don't think they'll make the playoffs. is what I'm trying to say.
If everyone is healthy, like Derek Carr and the Raiders, is that what you're talking about, or you saw
You
everyone
know,
healthy?
I believe 6 teams in from the AFC make the playoffs, and they're not going to win their division, so
7 teams make the playoffs.
they will not win their division.
7 teams make the playoffs. You remember extra game. 7 teams make the playoffs.
Okay. Oh, 7 teams make the playoffs. Okay, well, we'll see if they're one of the best 7 then. I'll reassess it, but I still kind of feel the same way. 4 division winners have to make it, and then it's 3 other teams, right?
Right.
Okay. So yeah, you see where I'm going with that?
No, I don't actually,
Okay,
because
so
they're going to be right behind
I'm
KC.
not going to give you the scenario of how they don't make the playoffs because it's too early, but there are 7 other teams that can make the playoffs and leave them looking outside, just like they were last year and the year before that.
You don't think they learned from from what happened last year? You don't think they learned from it?
I think they learned, but did they learn enough? And that doesn't mean that the league hasn't evolved and changed. We're on it's a different season. Can they apply that and make the playoffs? We'll see.
Wow. So now, again, you see how he contradicts himself, fans? On one breath, he doesn't want to make predictions too early, and then on the other breath, now he's so confident that the Chargers won't do anything in the playoffs, and we haven't even got to training camp. I find that hysterical. I actually find that hysterical. So we'll see what happens. So Cleveland, once again, we're here again at Summer League, NBA Summer League action. We just got a chance to watch some of the HBCU showcase where they showcase their talent. Now, next up on the court, excuse me, I'm sorry, man. Next up on the court, there's going to be who? We're going to have, I think it's going to be the Rockets at 4 o'clock. So we got an hour before the Rockets come on against the Suns, or against the Spurs. Jabari Smith, we talked about them already. We talked about the Rockets and how Jabari Smith meets up with Green. You like that combination? You touched on it earlier. Do you like that combination of young guys?
I don't not like it, Cam. It's not bad.
Okay. But what's the best young combination you like in the league? Combination of young guys.
One more time, Cam.
The best combination of young guys you like in the league, is it Suggs and Carroll? What's the best young talent you like in the league? Is it Suggs and Ben Carroll?
I don't know if that's necessarily the best. Are we talking like first, second year type talent?
This is a young guy, yeah.
Let's see what Jaden Ivey looks like. I like him and Cade Cunningham. If we could see that.
Do you? We kind of talked about it before the draft. One of the reasons I liked them to take Mathurin, and I saw yesterday that Mathurin's a slasher and a guy that can get buckets and go into the rim. He confirmed that, but I didn't know. I thought Ivey was too small. Ivey on the court looks bigger than a lot of the guards he's playing with, and that was my question about his size. With Ivey. Are they doing the same thing or what? How does that work out? That was my impression, or the question I had, and that's why I would not have picked Ivy if I was the Pistons. What you've seen from Ivy so far, is it exactly what you anticipate to work with, mesh with Cade Cunningham?
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see, Cam.
well, yeah, we're obviously gonna have to wait and see. But we have, what's your prediction? Do you think that's gonna work well?
One more time, Cam. What's going to work well?
I said, is it what's your prediction? You said obviously we have to wait and see, but I said, yeah, we gotta wait and see. But what's your prediction? Do you think it's gonna
My
work well?
prediction is they'll be just fine. I think they'll do well together.
Hmm. All right, Kobe. I mean, Cleveland. I'm gonna try something else, man. I'm gonna try something, and I need your patience with. Let me know how this comes across, okay?
Okay, my dude. Can we try it? Can we try it at a different time? I'm just about to die here.
Oh, you're about to crash.
Yes, situation wise.
The situation serious, huh? All right, man. Let's wrap it up. Thank you for joining us, Cleveland. Have a good one, man. We'll see you on the other side. Fans, thank you guys for tuning in to Voice of Fans podcast. Well, we always appreciate you tuning in. We're gonna have some content coming up for you tomorrow, so make sure you guys check us out. I want to bring the video up if I can, though. I'm not gonna give up if I don't have to. This is. All right, fans. I'm gonna have to find that video for you later. Next time I'll have it queued up and ready for you guys. But it's just something I want to share with you guys. I think it's a pretty inspirational video. I like it, but for whatever reason, I cannot come to it right now, and it's a little frustrating. But I want to thank you guys anyway for tuning in. Let the fans know. Let the people know what they think you think of the show by subscribing, sharing, and reviewing the show. Subscribe, share, and review. Subscribe, share, and review. Thank you guys for being a part of the show. Thank you guys for all your support over the years. This is your man, Cam. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one. Holla at you.